Hello everyone, welcome to EduCare 247. This is the 7th lecture of Industrial Relations and Labor Laws. In this video, we are going to discuss the Parliamentary Committee report on Industrial Relations Code Bill 2019. Recently, the Standing Committee of Parliament has submitted the final report on Industrial Relations Code Bill 2019. So we'll discuss the key provision and the key points of that report, and we'll discuss the Industrial Relations Code Bill 2019 as well. EduCare 247 has launched UPSC EPFO 2020 comprehensive course. In this course, we are covering the detailed syllabus. We'll be providing 10,000 plus MCQs, 12 mock tests will be there. Our content are crisp and concise. Live doubt session will be taken to destroy your doubts. You can use the code EPFO to get 1500 rupees discount. So right now the course fee is 1499 and this is Corona discount. So you can use this coupon code EPFO and get the discount by visiting our website educare247.com. The Industrial Relations Code Bill 2019 was introduced in Lok Sabha by Labour and Employment Minister Santosh Kumar Gangwar in November 2019. After that, it goes to Standing Committee of the Parliament, and within 3 months, this committee has to submit the final report. And in April 2020, the Standing Committee of Parliament has submitted the final report on Industrial Relations Code Bill 2019. This bill is amalgamating the 3 old important laws like Trade Union Act 1926, Industrial Employment Standing Order 1996 and Industrial Disputes Act 1947. In this video, we are going to understand the bill and the report of a standing committee as well. Let us understand the important issues raised by the Parliamentary Committee about the Industrial Relations Code 2019. The committee has said that payment of wages is unjustifiable. Basically, in this bill, it is a provision in case of natural calamities, the payment of wages will be paid to the worker until the re-establishment of the industry. But committee feels that this provision is not justifiable because natural calamities is not in the control of industry. No one can predict this kind of risk, so industry should not be forced to pay to the employees. What they have recommended, they have said that in this case government should step in and they should extend a helping hand for industries and employees. So government can pay to the employees, they should not force the industry to pay. They have also said that COVID-19 would be counted as the natural calamity. So basically the industry who has been affected due to COVID-19, they cannot pay to their employees and government cannot force them. So this is very important point Parliamentary Committee has raised. And they have also said that in case the company is laying off to the workers due to shortage of power, coal, raw materials, they should pay 50% wages to the workers because this shows that the lack of planning by the industry. This is very important point the Parliamentary Committee has said about this bill. Now this draft report was submitted to the member by the email because of lockdown, and the final report was adopted by the speaker in April itself. So now there is going to be a debate in coming monsoon session about this bill, and maybe this bill will pass. Let us understand the highlights of the bill. The bill seeks to allow companies to hire workers on fixed term contract of any duration. So basically companies can hire a fixed term contract worker rather than the permanent worker for a particular job. So this is very important provision, and bill has retained the threshold on the worker count at 100 for prior government approval before retrenchment. If the worker count is 100, then companies has to take approval from the government for retrenchment, but this count can be changed through the government notification. State government or central government can notify about this number of employee change. So this is clear in the bill. So what this means? This means if needed, the government can reduce this number or increase this number. It is highly unlikely government will increase this number, but government can notify about the reduction of this number. So this is very important. The bill also provide setting up of two-member tribunal. Earlier it was one-member tribunal, and this tribunal will hear the cases jointly in case of important cases, and in case of non-important cases single member will adjudicate the case. So this is also very important. It has vested power with government officer for the adjudication of dispute involving penalty as fine. So basically government officials can invoke the penalties and adjudicate the cases. It's not needed that companies has to go to court. So this is also very important. It introduces a feature of recognition of negotiating union. So if any union have 75% of worker supports, it will be treated as negotiating union. So this is very important point, because in a company many unions are active, and basically it's very confusing for the management which is the negotiating union. So if any union have 70% supports, that will be called negotiating union. This is very important point. The bill also says that if many unions are active and no union have 75% support, in that case negotiating council will be constituted for the negotiation. So this is also very important. It says that fixed term employees will get all the statutory benefit on par with regular employee who are doing work of the same or similar nature. So basically the fixed term employees have similar right as the permanent employees. So this is also very important during that period. And termination of service of a worker on the completion of tenure in a fixed term employment will not be considered as the retrenchment. So this is also very important. If someone has been given fixed term employment and after the completion they can be removed, and it will not be treated as retrenchment. So this is also very important. The bill also proposed for a setting up a reskilling fund for the training of retrenched employees, and 15 days wages will be paid within 45 days of retrenchment. So this is also very important provision, because it is very difficult to find a job for retrenched employees. That's why they will be provided with this fund. So important fund. It is very important for the overall labor market. Why this bill is important? Basically this bill will provide a legal framework for fixed term employment. So basically companies can hire workers directly under a fixed term contract. It will help the seasonality of industry. In some season industry will be needed a particular skill, so in that case they can hire worker under fixed term contract, and during that period the worker will be treated as regular worker and they will be entitled for all the benefits during the tenure of the contract. So this is very important provision in the bill. What is the significance of this bill? Indian economy is growing very slow. In September quarter, the GDP growth rate was 4.5%, and the country's factory output has also reduced to 4.3% in September. It is worst since it's launched in April 2012. Ease of compliance of labor laws will promote the setting up of more enterprises, and it will catalyze the growth. It will improve the overall economic cycle. So this bill is very important. Let us see fixed term employment workman. Earlier, the government had included the category fixed term employment workman for all sectors in the Industrial Employment Standing Orders Act 1946. In this act, fixed term employment was there, but it was only applicable to central government spheres. Only central government followed this. No state government take the suit from this and didn't implement it in their state. But now fixed term contract workers will be treated as regular worker, and state will also implement through the industrial code. So this is very important point. Let us talk about the criticisms of the bill. The bill is confused about the retrenchment, because it is saying that the threshold is 100, but it can be changed through the notification. So uncertainty is there, and it is not good for the economy. The moment The law will provide flexibility for the applicability. It leaves matter to the discretion to the appropriate government from center to state, and the clause can be misused. So this is also problematic. And fixed term employment can be used for the permanent employment. So this can hamper the permanent employment, because company will only hire the workers for fixed term employment, which may not be good. The government should be clear whether to increase the threshold or retain, or the threshold and the face of consequence. They should not confuse industry, because it is saying that it will be changed through the notification, so you don't know what will be the number in that case. So this is also very confusing, and these are the important criticism of the bill. Hope you have liked the video. If you have liked the video, share with your friends, comment and subscribe to Educare 247. Thank you and happy learning.